Welcome to another episode of Your Game Therapy. As always, I'm your host, Candor, and tonight we'll be jumping into episode number 13 of Blueprints. It has been a while since I played this game, and on the last episode, we unlocked a few new rooms. We got the foyer, we got the cloister of Rinna, and honestly, we've had a few good breakthroughs that we really need to follow up on. But at the top of the hour, as always, guys, grab your favorite drinks, grab your favorite snacks, kick back and relax, and enjoy the next few hours of Blueprints on Your Game Therapy. More to say about that in just a second. Cheers. All right, let's get started. All right. So, a couple of things here at the top of the hour that I want to go over with you guys. I'm trying to coincide this video's release with a post that I'm going to put up on the page. The idea here, the first and foremost, guys, thank you guys so much for watching all the series that we've been juggling. Thank you guys for watching all the content. Thank you guys for being subscribed to the channel. There's a million things I can thank you guys for, but this has been very therapeutic and very fun for me this year. I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. This is definitely exactly what I needed. But with that said, a change needed to be made, because at one point I was playing like 6 games, which I don't even think I've shown all 6 games yet. But at one point I was playing 6 games, and I was playing like an hour or 2 of each game and jumping from game to game and recording on the same day. And honestly, not the way I want to enjoy gaming, not the way I want to enjoy my content creation. So realistically, what I think I'm going to do going forward is I'm going to play long chunks of games on specific days, and I will release long episodes, which might not be updated every single week, but they're going to be much bigger, and they're going to keep the game fresh for me. My goal is to break through some of these games and finish them faster, especially the indie ones, the smaller ones. So it helps me enjoy the game more if I know I have like 4 hours of Blueprints coming up right now, as opposed to, oh shit, I have to do 2 hours of Blueprints, and then I got to jump to Minecraft, and then I got to jump to Subnautica. So yeah, keep your eye on that. Updates will be coming soon on how I'm going to be working on all that. But today is Blueprints Day, and I want to do much more than just one run. So, rewatched the last episode, took some notes, and we're going to play smart today. And by smart, I mean we are not going to concern ourselves with trying to get to the end. I don't care about getting to the end. I care about exploring new rooms. We have not even seen all of the rooms we can see yet. So Den is a great first pull. Love it. I don't know where to put corridors still. For a moment there, I thought corridors were great going left to right in the later rows. We're going to go with the bedroom. We're going to go with the bedroom. And then hopefully this will go... Oh, I don't know which way this would go. It's going to go straight, right? Oh, starting off with a storeroom would be pretty cool, though. We're going to go with spare bedroom. Okay, so my goal in this video is I want to get back down to the underground, and I want to figure out stuff down there. So we finally unlocked the elevator. We finally made some progress there. But first I'm going to go outside of the tool shed, and I'm going to generate a room here to get some conditions going into our day. Whew. Okay. I like this, but I don't like this. Damn. We're going to go with the shelter. We're going to go with the shelter. I'm trying to think if there's anything down there I need. I don't need anything down there, right? Can I already... I guess I'll just use a step. Can I already turn on and off the security from here? I don't remember. Shit, probably not. I probably just made a mistake. Well, it just cost me 2 steps. It's not a big deal. Let's reread this for a second. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the mainframe, so no. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. I've checked the page for sure by now, but okay. Welcome to Mount Holly Bomb Shelter. So the time lock safe is done. Okay. By the way, I've been using Swan Song as a password to other things. Don't go in and try to figure out what I'm using it for, but I've been using Swan Song around the house. I've been using Swan Song in my life. Okay. Yeah, none of the other ones are active right now. Okay. So this isn't going to help right now. Let's log out for now. Grab our gem. Yeah. This was a very... You know what? Like I said, it has been some time. Let me jog my memory. Let me reread this. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself, attributed. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances. Question mark right there, baby girl. A conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront. And I believe this may have occurred in September. By the way, southern seafront makes me think of that genie guy and what he told us we were going to find. And I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the Ruby Crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. It certainly implies quite a bit in this, and I love it. I love it. I love the mystery. I love what's going on here. But okay. Let's continue on. We should go up a couple rows before going back outside. I forget. No, let's go inside. Let's go inside. We need to mess around in here. Let's grab the gem off the... Also, the crown rubies There's always a red... The trunk is locked. There is always a red gem that's kind of sitting in these safes. I don't know if it's always. But there seems to be a safe gem in each safe. Hey, we might as well go open the trunk that we just saw. Check that out. All right. All right. That was a good trade. 1 key for 2 keys. Let's go to the library. Even though it does kind of kill our way up. Look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it said that we will find 7 of 8, right? I believe that's what the guy told us. You will find 7 of 8. A Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. A modest account of our town by Sir Andrew Darrell. Simon just checked it out. The last person was Lowry, Lord Evanson, and Babbage. That's the house manager, Lord Evanson, and Lowry. Introduction. The 3rd largest city in Fen Aries and site of its former capital. This is, by the way, the postcard, the Welcome to Reddington postcard. Reddington is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much further than the botanical gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer. Spectacular scenery, a historic castle, and a charming underground bazaar reward visitors who wish to explore further. Reddington is that type of unique, enchanting place that lingers in your mind and memories long after you leave her. The Botanical Gardens. Reddington's most popular attraction and a guaranteed crowd pleaser, the Botanical Gardens is loved by both locals and visitors for its azurine canopy house and mausoleum, its petal-covered trails, and a mind-boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime is Reddington's busy season. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens offer a scenic and captivating tableau of the natural countryside. A cobblestone trail meanders past over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right, yet even more stunning set against the spectacular backdrop of the Reddington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which concludes at Mainway Station. Ilex ex Meserve, a specimen of holly unique to Reddington's mountains. Okay. Featherfall Keep. You will find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Epsom, has until, by the way, that's half of our family tree. Lord William Epsom has until recently always been a private residence, serving as a family home to the Epsons since before the Third Era. After the death of Lord Epsom, his oldest son, Lionel Epsom, left the estate never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be a family residence. It began operating as a historic house museum and a tourist attraction, and the estate was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1972. It is still believed by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Orinda Aries when Reddington was still the capital. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness, rolling fogs, clear water, and gliding swans. In the midst of all that beauty sits Trinsdale Lake, one of Fen Aries' premier vacation destinations. I was reading to see if the capital letters actually say anything, but I don't think they do. one of Fen Airy's premier vacation destinations, exclusive for its more privileged citizens. The lakeside resort and cabins have been frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry for generations. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists are free to enjoy the views and rub elbows with the rich and famous in the 100 Bells Tea Room, which is open to the general public for lunch on Mondays and Fridays. Mount Holly. At an elevation of 11,220 feet, Mount Holly is the tallest mountain in the Reddington Range and the highest peak in the entire realm. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience and one that many hikers and explorers will want to do at least once. It's only a few hours from Reddington to get to the trailhead, and you won't need any local guides or special gear if you tackle the trail during the summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded, whether or not they actually summit. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly, nestled between the summit's northern slope and saddle. This 80-acre mountain residence is almost as old as Reddington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of the Mount Holly Schoolhouse in '66. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's many north-facing overlooks. Look at how red this is, and look at how blue that other one was. For the sentimental tourists wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar. But don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the Mainway Station can be a dangerous place. Located underground, this unique marketplace was once Reddington's central railway station, in a time when the realm's trains were still in service. Now the turnstiles, footbridge, and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you are bargain hunting, looking for adventure, or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, the Mainway Station Bazaar will be a worthy conclusion to your sightseeing adventure in Reddington. Okay, we're going to take a picture of this one. Don't know if that's going to be important, but we're definitely going to always err on the side of caution. Okay. Featherfall, Mount Perma, 100 Bells. Burrows End, Mount Holly. What is this? Okay. All right. So there's that. I think I have to wait for it to be returned before I can check out another one, right? Let's go upstairs. Yeah, this will just give me the stats and stuff. I remember the scrapbook. My first claim ticket, sleeping mask, was checked. Top 3 checked items, shovel. Yeah. Most drafted. Can't seem to ever pass it up. Contraptions I've made. Lockpick metal detector, magnifying glass metal detector. Stamp collection, that's interesting. Upgrade disc, paid in full. Maybe one day. I've avoided the nursery? Have I never? Huh. Good call. Let's get the nursery this time around. I'm sure there's stuff to read in the nursery. There's going to be like kids' books and stuff. That's eye-opening. I didn't realize I was tunnel visioning whenever the nursery popped up. I have never seen the bookshop. I've seen the boiler room once or twice. We've seen the study. We're okay on the study. We did say we're going to do things that we've never seen before. We can't do this because it's going to block us in, and then we'll have only one way up. Yeah, let's go boiler room. And it'll give us power for the rest of the game, or the rest of this run. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, is that all I need to do, or do I have to solve the puzzle all over again? Should open, right? Okay. That should open. Oh, but I'm not powering anything yet. Okay, so I do have to actually solve the puzzle to get power going. But here, let's go ahead and... well, should we just solve this so that we don't have to worry about it later? Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and just open it, and we'll worry about this after we get some rooms going. Oh, you tricky. We're gonna go hallway. Or courtyard. I don't want to spend the gems on this, so let's go hallway. Okay. Yeah, that opens it up a little bit. And then we're going to go to the right, not to the left. I feel like there have been a lot of scenarios where I miss things because I'm kind of going through rooms assuming they're the same layout. Oh, 4 coins. We're going to have to go pantry to keep the game alive that way. Yeah, we'll go back there in a second. Let's go over here and finish off this side. Ooh, we're going to have to go West Wing Hall. Let's go into the pantry. That should give me, what, 5 steps? Look at that. Yeah, this game... Okay, so to go back to kind of what I said at the top of the hour, this game is the kind of game I feel like you really have to play for a long time uninterrupted to get, like, the lore and to get some of the things that you got on the previous run and remember. Corridor is always left unlocked. Well, we should do that then. That way, we have a way to the foundation, for sure. But let's take a look, make sure we're not leaving anything on the ground. And yeah, playing this game like every few weeks was not helping at all. Parlor. It's got to be the parlor so we can get to the foundation. All right, parlor game. We have failed some of these now. It is possible to lose. Wind up key. All right, nothing here. Nothing here. Whew, here we go. The gems are in a box with a false statement. Okay, so if that's true, then we have to find a box that's fake or that has a false statement. If it's false, then the gems are in a box with a true statement. 2 statements are false. All 3 statements are false. Okay, hold on. All 3 statements are false cannot be true because the rules of the game require 1 to be true. We're going to review this real quick. There will always be at least 1 box which displays true. There will always be at least 1 box which displays false. Only 1 box has a prize. The other 2 are always empty. This cannot be true. Therefore, this is false. This could be true, which would make this... This is a false statement, so that's one of the two. The gems are in a box with a false statement. If this were true, the gems are in a box with a false statement. If this were true, then they would have to be in this box. There could be two truths. Two statements are false. This is definitely false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. This one's tricky because let's think this one out, okay? This is clearly not possible, so this is false. All three are false. This is possible if this is false with this one is false. And that's true. But if this one's also false, then there's no way that this is false because they can't all be fake. So, the gems are in a box with a false statement. If this is true, then it would have to be in this one. Two statements are false. If this is true, then that's fake. Oh my god, I can't figure this out. This is embarrassing. It's a lot tougher to me than, for some reason. It's early in the morning, guys. I haven't had, oh shit, caffeine. Here I am drinking a michelada early in the morning when I should be drinking caffeine. Okay. Two statements are false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. If this is true, then the gems would not be here, and they would not be there. Or they could be there because theoretically, if this is true, this could... If this is true, then this couldn't be true. These two would be false. Okay, so this cannot be true because if this was true, then this would be false and this would be false. Okay, hold on. Let's rewind this. Let's try to figure out why I'm saying that. If this were true, the gems are in a box with a false statement, then the gems could be here or they could be here, but they could not be here because this is saying that two statements are false, and this would be a false statement, but this would be a true statement, and this would be incorrect then. Right? Because it couldn't... This would theoretically be true if this was true. If this was true, then this is true. And if those two are true, then this isn't... This is false. Shit. Okay, we're just going to guess. We're just going to guess at this point. If this is false, then the gems could be in there. If that's false, but then this wouldn't be... Two statements are false. If this is false and that's false, then this is true. And if that's the case, then this false one and this false one would be the gems are in a box with a true statement. Right. Okay, so that makes sense to me. If this is false and this is false, then they have to be here because this is the only one that's true. If this is true, this wouldn't be true, and this wouldn't be true. So if this is true, then it either have to be here It's got to be the white box. If the 2 gems are in a box with a false statement, then it's not in this box. I've narrowed it down to a 50-50. It's got to be one or the other. I don't understand how I'm going to figure this out. This is actually really complicated to me. My brain is, I'm actually not even sure. 2 statements are false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. I don't want to spend an hour here. The gems are in a box with a false statement. If that's false, and that's false, then this is true. This game is hardcore. It's starting to get really hardcore. I wish I could tell you if I was sure that I was going to get that right. I don't even know myself if I was sure. But we're in the foundation now. Yeah, we should just go across. I was going to say, should I go backwards to go forwards, but that's kind of silly. We do want a shovel. Oh boy. Let's save it. Let's save it. Oh. I don't want to use my key yet, so I might as well go all the way back to the West Wing Hall. I don't want to use my key. Might as well go all the way to the West Wing Hall. I'm basically saying 5 footsteps are worth 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 footsteps are worth a key to me, and I think that's about accurate for my mentality. I think 5 footsteps are about worth a key. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them. Yeah. Okay. The garage will get us outside and get us 3 keys, and that is enormous. But we need to power it on. Yeah. But we have keys. That's like 15 steps if we valued it at... Okay, this looks like it would be a box to open for sure. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you've been driving for his lordship. Your absence must be accounted for. Miss Babbage, house manager. Okay. Well, we're going to have to power this up for sure. It makes me wonder if the boiler room will lend power in this direction or if not. I will say the benefit of not playing it for a while is that you see everything with fresh eyes. So that's why I'm kind of reading every note as I go along. I want to pick up some momentum here. I want to read more stuff. But okay, we've got keys for days now. We have 5 keys. We have 2 locked doors up there. Should we go to the bedroom? Probably. Let's make our way down there. And we should probably actually do this, I think. All right, so that should be giving power there. What did that do? That, nope, it does not open that. That's already in the green. What did that do for us? Did we already power all the stuff up? No, we are missing 2, and that's on the left side. Okay. Okay, we're doing all right. Okay, so that powered that up. Is that 2 out of 3 or is that 3 out of 3? It looks like it's 2 out of 3. So we're missing 1. I think we're missing this red one over here. That should power something up over here. What did that power up? That extended the drawbridge. So now we have way up here. There we go. Let's move it to the... I wonder if it'll turn the garage on for us. Damn, I kind of want to go check, but no, let's go do the rest of the side of the house. So we're going down to the den, and then we're going to the entrance hall towards the bedroom. Yeah. Okay. That almost looks like it would take power. I wonder. No, I think it's more obvious when it requires power. You're a tough game. Alright, let's go to the bedroom, get 2 steps back. I can hear the power. Greetings from Reddington. Yep. Ooh, the car keys? The car keys. We haven't had that in a while. So we're going back to the garage for sure. Okay, this is dangerous. Let me explain here. If we take the gamble and grab more key, more gem, more coins, I love it because it gives us a ton of resources. But then I don't want to spend the gems. You know what? We have the red room. We have the shelter active. So let's just do that. Sheltered. God, I want to turn these candles on so bad. But for that, we would need items, and we haven't had items in a while. Nope, nothing? Okay. Okay, so here we go. Give me a good room. It's gotta be the kitchen. It's gotta be the kitchen because we gotta keep going up. And then we're gonna go back around. As far as draws go, that wasn't great, but we get 2 steps back. That's good. Anything here? No. Tape isn't like a thing. I couldn't use tape for anything. Okay. Well, now we could do the storeroom because we're a corner, so we might as well. Key. Gem. I still don't understand this guy. All right. So now we go back to the garage. Or should we go up? Because there's no way to get back to that side of the house. For all we know, that garage opens up some item that we don't have. We should go back. We're going to go back. Yeah. It's worth. Oh my god. That was a waste. I shouldn't have been so confident. Alright. Car keys. What is this? The drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights. Small garage on the south edge of Trinsdale. The goods already secure in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. Yeah, so they were smuggling stuff out. We remember that. Oh, money. That's totally worth. Into one of these state's terminals. We have to find a security room. Absolutely worth it. Is there anything else we can use the keys from the car for? No? No, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. Also, did this give the boiler room give it power? No, it did not. But look, it would. It totally would give it power. Also, we just blocked this all out. I wonder if it's blocked out because... I wonder if it's not receiving power because there's no room there and we did a bad job. Okay, upgrade disc. Definitely need to go to the foundation, I think, and make our way back. We're going to make our way back down because we have a bunch of keys that we can totally use here. Okay. Here we go. Perhaps go left first because it's less likely. Okay. I mean, theoretically, don't I get shelter from this room? Yeah. So it's worth it to do it now. Okay. Better to draw this red room now. Ooh, lockpick kit. We're on to something, guys. We're starting to get something together here. This is the beginning of a good run. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Nothing else. Okay. Well, we're gonna go up. And we're gonna get a chance to possibly save one of our keys by using the lockpick. Okay. Security room. Oh, yes. 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 You know what we're doing. Straight to this. I use Parlor a lot. Wow. The gem prize is equal to the red rooms in your house. If you open an empty box, you lose 30 steps. Funeral parlor. You know what's really funny? I want to select this because I think something's inside the coffin that I need to see. And technically, you wouldn't be drawing this room until later in a run because you have a higher chance of drawing red rooms the further you go. That seems really stupid. That seems really silly. But I feel like there's lore in the funeral parlor. No, we're going to go with we need to win more often. 2 wind-up keys makes the game kind of easy. Yeah. What would you guys do here? Funeral parlor? It just seems like such a bad idea. It seems like a bad idea. I'm literally trying to look at my notes. There's nothing that I've seen that indicates no. No. What could I possibly learn from it? I'm trying to think of what I could possibly learn from this. I feel like No. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna go with the easy. 2 wind-up keys. We just made the game simpler because I'm starting to struggle with that game now. So it makes way more sense for us to just not. And also, do I have a bullseye on my back, or is that a clock? Okay, let's also access the computer, and let's figure this out. Keycard system. Low. Unlocked. Okay. And that's if the power is lost during a blackout. Now, you know what's really funny? Okay, I'm good on that. What I was going to say is... No, I was going to say if the boiler room is connected to the security room and we turn off the power, does that theoretically count? And this is a key card, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So this is the only way. Lockpick worked. I don't have any inventory, so this is not worth it. However, it really feels like the passageway is worth it because it gives me 2 chances. I think we have to do passageway even though it costs us gems. Because it gives me 2 chances at the harder difficulty level. And we gotta go this way. Damn. I've never seen the laundry room. Okay, we're seeing new rooms. That's what we said. This isn't worth it, is it? It's nothing special at all. Bleach. It's literally just a laundry room. Oh my god. What was the point of this? What is it about laundering currency? This service costs 5. I'll get 4 gems. That is sick. Wow, that's actually really cool. Wow. This room might be the most valuable room in the house. It's over here. This seems special. This seems like it needs to be powered by a boiler room per se. This does something with the boiler room. There's buttons. Can I direct the boiler room to go up? That was really cool, actually. That was really cool. I also want to know what the other permanent addition is here, by the way. It's a long walk to the boiler room. Can't seem to pick that door's lock. Okay. 27 steps, though. I gotta go back down there, so let's just use a key. Ugh. Drawing room. I mean, now that I have 4 gems, that's worth it. And I'm gonna get another gem right here. Dearest Mary, I know the events of the past year have catapulted you into a world you may not have been ready for. It's cruel, the way time rips through our lives, leaving them barren and fruitless like wind-scarred plains. Throughout this all, I know your principal concern has always been Simon. You didn't need to confide in me yesterday for me to realize that fact. Everyone who knows you understands this. I will take full responsibility to ensure that regardless of how your current project pans out, Simon is shielded from any fallout and, God forbid, repercussions. A child should never suffer the iniquity of their parents. I, of course, write you all this in the hope that I could set your mind at peace when imagining the worst-case scenarios. Like the heist? Not because I think such an outcome is likely. No, Mary. I have few apprehensions and fewer fears. Assuming everything goes according to plan, you should be reunited with Simon again before his 10th birthday. And while 2 years might seem like an eternity to a mother, I've always heard the days pass by more quickly in the East. As for me and you, I've already come to terms that our meeting yesterday was very likely our last. I am too old and too stubborn to ever leave this place. I am too attached to the home our family has built up, room by room. Yes, I have a strong premonition. I'll be buried in red soil under red flags, a compromise I know you yourself would never accept. It's been a joy watching you grow up and getting to know you. Your mother and I spoke of little else during your school days. I know she'd feel the same bittersweet pride I feel now, to see you following in your father's footsteps and making the same sacrifices he did. Farewell, my marigold. We may yet meet again. Your Uncle Herbert. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's go to this way. Let's go to this way. Maybe it'll unlock the security room for me. Electric eel aquarium. Oh, 'cause the boiler room. Wow. And then this should be unlocked. Damn it. Damn it. Wait, why am I sheltered? This was a red room? Oh, sorry. It's in every color room. Okay. Well, we're going to use a lock. And it's going to have power wherever we go. I think the gymnasium is worth it because it gives us 2 ways. This gives us 4 items, though. We don't have the workshop, though. Whenever you enter, you lose 2 steps. Well, dinner will also be... Oh, well, we don't have a dinner dining room. And we have shoes now. Okay. That might save us a little bit on the way back. Hoople. I think this was a mistake. This probably wasn't the right move. Don't have a key card. Oh, okay. Oh. Well. Here we go. I do remember the vault. Well, it's a little late for a lab, but let's try it. It's a little late for the lab. And the power doesn't work this way, huh? That's so weird. I wonder why it does work over there in the aquarium, but it does not work over here. Is it because I needed 2 rooms that have the like pipes to connect? That might be why. That might be why. Oh. A large battery pack. A microscope. No. Okay. Well, let's see what kind of project or what kind of experiment I can do with 21 steps left. And hopefully we'll get a dining room soon. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, I like this. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, you gain 1 key, 1 gem, or 1 die. Because that has a chance of giving us basically half the gem cost. Or it gives us the ability to redraw. Or it gives us the ability to... Although that's really good right now because we have like 4 hallways. No, I'll take this. Yeah. Okay. Now, does it... I wonder, does it carry over to the next... It says at the end of the day, but it did have a menu item that said pause experiment on it. So it must still be doing the... Well, no, it wouldn't be doing the old one. Let's go to security. Okay. All right. Nothing. Oh boy. Well, we're gonna go this way because I don't want to step in the gymnasium again. Yes. That's exactly what we needed. Additional 10 because I have a boiler room. I mean, that just gave this day so much more life. 50 steps, guys. 50 steps. We might as well have just started our day over. Oh, this is going to be good. And the antechamber is technically... It's not unlocked, but it's available to us. So we might actually see the inside of the antechamber. Now let's pull a good room here. Shit. Is it worth using our second to last key here? No, because we said keys are valued at about 5 steps for us. So let's go here. That... Shit. I forgot that part. I thought there was a door here. No, but we said it's worth 5 keys to us. Or 5 steps. So we're just going to go to the drawing room. Yes. Yes. No. No. The Cloister of Rinna. It gives us access to both the north and the east. But it requires all of our gems. But we might get a gem back, a key back, or a... No, let's just redraw. Oh, that's mean. Oh, that's mean. Oh, that's mean. Wow. That's mean. This will give us a gem. This will give us a prize. Okay. I should have just got the gem, now that I think about it. But I was thinking this has a better chance of having items in it. But I'm not sure now. Nope, I thought that was dice. Oh, that would have been so cool. All right. Let's do some math early in the morning, guys. So first one's plus. 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2. So wait. 4 plus 1 is 5. Wait. 2? Hold on. I need to remember how I did this. Plus, minus, multiply, divide. So 2 minus 10 is negative 8. And then we got 4, 5, 3. So that's 0. What? 1 plus 4 is 5. Plus 3 is 8. Plus 10. Minus 10 is 0. There is no 0, though. 2. Wait, how did I forget the colors already? So 5, 2, that's 5. Plus 5 is 10, plus 3 is 13. Oh no, I forgot what the colors were. Here, where's my book at? I just had it. Oh, sorry. I just had my book. Did I write down the rules? Please tell me I wrote down the rules. That's when you know I haven't played this game in a long time. "11 men left, 4 men right." Did I not write down the colors? Oh my god, dude. If you only saw... That's the other reason why I want to start playing these games more in order. Because I have so many notes for so many games in absolutely no order. It is a joke. It is such a joke. Okay, let's just figure this out really quickly then. I got to basically literally learn the game again. So the first thing is I know blues are adding. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Plus 5. I can't believe there's no 0. Oh, it's 1. 10 divided by... No. I'm literally just going to do this until I get the number right because I need to know what yellow is. Or is it literally 20? 10 times 2 is 20. Hold on, we just got to go till I find out. I need to know an answer before I can figure out what color is what. It also doesn't help that I don't really know the colors very well. But I know that's yellow. Two. Okay, that's 10. How did I not write this down? 13 minus 10 is 3. Divided by 3 is 1. No. So the answer is 2. So then this is 5. This is 5 plus 5 is 10. Ten divided by 5 is 2. And then 10 divided by 10 is 1, but I just did that and that was wrong. Okay, so then we're not getting it right. I'm gonna have to literally relearn this game. Oh my god. Why are we jumping into the hard? Okay, 5, 2. I think it goes from outside to in, right? So 10 divided by, or 2 divided by 10? No, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Three plus 2 is 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. Ten minus 3. Ten minus 3. Or 13 minus 10 is 3. Times 3 is 9. Okay. That color is times. This is probably multiply. So 10 times 5 is what, 50? God damn it. divided by 5. Ten times 5 is 50. Thirteen and 8, 21. No. Wait. Okay. Okay. Wait. I'm so dumb. I already knew the answer to that one. But I'm trying to understand why this. I don't understand this. This is very painful. I should not have picked the parlor. $21. No. Okay. Is it as... I thought this would be the first thing I'd have to do. Oh, but no. But it's literally, this is telling you the order you have to do it in, so it doesn't matter. It's always plus minus. So 13 and 8 is 21. Minus 1 is 20. Then it's divided by 5. No. Then it's multiply. So, okay. 21 minus 20 is... No, 21 minus 1 is 20. Then it's multiplied by 10 is, okay, divided by 5. Wait. Okay. 13 plus 8 is 21. Minus 1 is 20. Times 5 would be 100. Divided by 10 would be 1. No. 100 divided by 10 is 10. I'm sorry. That took a lot longer than it should have. But we have 2 keys now. We have 2 keys. We're, as far as things look, we're all right. We're all right. We're getting there. We got to go back down to the foundation. And then we got to go back to the corridor. The parlor. Okay. Okay, we've got a ways to go. But we have the steps to do it, and look at that, the shoes just came in clutch right now. We're going to go parlor, corridor, pantry, hallway, boiler room. Okay. We also don't have a... Yeah, I think that's what it is. Look, you got to go power. The power has to go to the dark room. Then it goes security. Then it goes aquarium. Then this killed it. And then this didn't get power. Because I can actually see the power going that way. So keep that in mind next time we have a boiler room. We should always keep the power going. Okay. Good to know. Ooh, and the shoes kicked in again. I kind of want to route the power somewhere else now, though, to the other side. Okay. Yeah. We're back to the den, which brings us back to the entrance hall. Oh, now part of me wants to go downstairs. Because what if stuff popped up over there? We don't know. We don't know if stuff popped up down there. Let's go outside. Hopefully the shoes kick in. Perfect. Shoes kicked in. We don't have a coin to throw. Hopefully the shoes kick in again. They did. Do things pop up here? Shoes kicked in. No? Oh. Oh. No. Okay, well, at least they popped up, so it didn't cost me anything to come look at this. 2 stones per day. There's still one more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track, and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us there are 2 other ways in the site from the side, but I think we're going to leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. Okay, so there's 2 other ways in. Shoes kicked in, which is great. Nothing to see over there. I could check, look at the little bird guy, but okay. Can we mess with anything down there and have things popped up? Because it is a new day. Maybe something popped up down there that we should take a look at. Cannot open that. You know that place is dark as hell and I can't do anything in there. No point in going there right now. Okay, we're gonna go down there and see. Because there's a few rooms I remember that we could look at with a map and with stuff like that, so I want to go look at it. Oh man, it's been a long run. I expected at least 2 runs in this. All right, we're going. Look at the magical Reddington. Please give me an item. Items? Here's the chessboard. We did not write down. Oh boy, let me look at my notebook. Rook. Okay. I don't remember what this does. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Night should be up there. What else do I have? What else do I have? Damn. What else do I have? Parlor's the pawn. Reading nook. Okay. Storeroom's a pawn. Where's the queen? I don't have a queen yet, do I? I should really be more conscientious of this. Yeah. What if we just kind of... Where's the chapel? The chapel's like right here? No. I wonder, can you do it on any area that you don't have already? Or do you have to actually... Oh, shit. Nothing's gonna light up there because I haven't drawn rooms there yet. So you have to draw the room first before it'll light up. Got it. Ah, what a shame. So I need a king room and I need a queen room. The queen is like the study. Okay. That's fine. We have a few, but we don't have all. That's fine. Keep that in mind. I want to remember that for this very next run, because we need to basically... Yeah, that one was weird. That's a lot of information. Okay. So we don't have enough rooms for that. I assume it opens a door that lets me go somewhere else, and I can't remember if I've already accidentally done this, and I don't recall. Oh, I kind of fast forward through some of my videos to take some notes down, but I got to go back and write down which one the queen is and which one the king is. I do have a king. The den is a pawn, and then something next to that was a king, but I don't see it on my map right now, so fine. Fine. We did our best. Now we go to the kitchen. And the steps came in. That's great. Okay. We're still sheltered. Well, I have no food. Or no cash that I can use. No. No. Give me a gem back. Experiment successful. Okay, I got a redraw. I got a redraw. That's worth it, sort of. And the shoes kicked in too, and I'm gonna get a gem back. Boom! That was worth it for sure. And now I have a greater chance of finding green rooms, so you know this is gonna be a green room. Commissary. I mean, this is the only one that has an exit. Do we redraw? Money, 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 money. foyer. The foyer. What'd I get back? I got 1 gem back. So that ended up costing me only 1. Yeah, I know. I know where I need to go. J. Ari Yena. Edwin Sinclair. Isaac Gates. This one seems really odd. Also, what is the... Oh, there is no piece. Unless she's the queen? Could this be a queen? Take a picture of it just in case, because the name strikes me as really odd here. Could she be a queen? Ampersand and sand. That might be a queen. Let's write that down. Foyer might be queen. Only way to get through. Don't cost anything. Well, I have keys. Just be keys. Day 20 and 21 is coming up, by the way. We are 2 days away from that. I have nothing. I have nothing and no one. Oh my god. I just have a bunch of steps, which would have been helpful if I picked that thing where it's like your steps. Damn. And there's no piece here either. All right. I sure would like to see the pool. Okay, well, we can only do one thing. Is there a piece here? There is no piece here either. All right. That is kind of it, unless we can get to... This has a security card. This, I don't remember, was this locked and I didn't want to use... Oh, it was locked and I didn't want to use my key. But to get all the way back there... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right. Well, we can get there. Oh, my God. So bad. The chapel is a bishop, yeah. We got +2 there, so we get 1 back. Wait, was there a piece here? Pawn. 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 Boiler room to hallway. No puzzle piece here, or no chess piece. No, it would have lit up when I was using all the pieces. It would have lit up, so no. Foundation. No shovel either. Passageway. to the drawing room. Does that have a piece? Pawn as well. Does this have a piece somewhere? No piece. No piece. No piece. This has an electric card, which doesn't matter. And then we're going to go here. Did this have any type of chess piece? I do not think so. No, no chess piece on this either. All right. Well, there goes our last gem. You're such a dick. You're such a dick. Can you give me a coat check room? Oh. I should have thought about that because the thing wasn't beeping, so that means there was no gem or key in there. All right. Come on. We're gonna have to redraw. The pool sure looks nice. The water looks warm. Okay. Workshop. You. The other one was C. The other one was C. Can shatter padlocks on trunks. That would have been helpful a room previous. Now, we've done a metal detector with lockpick before, right? And that makes it more effective, I think. Higher chance. High sensitivity locks. Okay, so we got that. Now, what else can we do? No? 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 A sledgehammer plus a battery pack plus something would give us an item. That's weird. What could you possibly... A sledgehammer with a battery pack with a metal detector? What would be the third thing that you would want in that combo? I can't... I'd love to see the nursery. I bet there's some cool stuff in there. I'd love to see the pool. I bet there's some cool stuff in there. All right. That's a wrap on our day, guys. We got a gem, though. That's cool. We got 10 more steps, so we're at 20. Another pawn. I suppose I can check to see if the workshop had anything as far as a piece goes. I didn't see it. A workshop has no piece. No piece of our puzzle is in the workshop. Okay. Well, damn. That's how the cookie crumbles, then. Message. Yeah. Okay. So that's a wrap on today. I don't think there's any other way that we can go. Nothing we could check in. That's okay. You know what? That was not bad. That was okay. That was okay. I'm going to focus on one thing on this next run. And the next thing I want to focus is trying to remember where the queen and where the king belong to. Clockwork Shopping Center. Wow. Okay. But before I get started on the next one, let me take a quick little bathroom break and grab some more drinks. I will be right back. All right, we are back. Another drink in hand. Why not? Let's embark on another day. You know what's really good for the brain, for you to think clearly, is another michelada. Cheers. I think I'll stop after day 19 because day 20 and 21, there's a discount in the shop, and I need to make sure that I prepared for that. Okay. So this time around, we will go outside first. I should have grabbed my allowance, and then I could throw a coin into the pond, which we still don't know what the hell. Run. Okay, here we go. We're going to go with the tomb. We're going to go with the tomb. It is a way into the underground, which is what we want to try to explore today. I want to do the chess puzzle. I think I understand how it works, and I think it's just a matter of drawing the actual floor plan correctly. Grab the allowance. We're going to go this way first. And I'm not going to do all three of the doorways. And I'm going to take much better notes on this one, by the way. We're going to go hardcore on notes. Bedroom. A key. You will always draw a library while drafting in this room. What does a library do? Does it have 2 doors? It only has 2 doors, right? Yeah, 2. I don't want to waste my hallways down here. Yeah, let's go with a bedroom. You know what? Let's use the hallway. I didn't want to burn it, but let's use it to get to this corner. Because we're going to get 5 gold for every dead end that we draw. Dear Mr. Sinclair, thank you for promptly answering all our demands, not involving the police, and allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. And while I'm guessing you would hope to never hear from us again once we'd given you back the envelopes, we felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Hopefully, you will not be as careless with this missive as you were with the others. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Let's first put your apprehension aside, as I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expected to find on your desk this week. No, we are not making more demands, and no, we do not have copies of the other letters. You were already more than generous and accommodating, and the least we can do is fulfill our end of the bargain. So why write you at all? Why incriminate ourselves further if we already have what we want? In a word, principles. After reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it became apparent to us that there had been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of these points, and hopefully will place our schemes in a softer light, those points. first, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize. Despite what you may believe you interpreted as thinly veiled threats towards your young nephew, I want to personally assure you there was never any tangible danger. If we gave any impression we would hurt the youngster, it was meant only in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, while we admit that our word choices might be questionable, enough so that it would be reasonable to accuse us of being intentionally misleading, we hope you believe us when we tell you that this was not a calculated ploy to elicit payment. However, as payment has been received, there is nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in our extortion of those funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Additionally, these are the kindest criminals, by the way. This is such a very gentlemanly exchange between criminals. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that the letters pertain to. And you thought this letter couldn't get more incriminating for us. Okay. Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in you thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever Anonymous X. I want to read this part again. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. So they stole the red letters from his desk, which implicated a crime, and then they extorted him. They blackmailed him for a really crazy sum of money. We want it on the record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that the letters pertain to. So the cause, I'm assuming, is the fall of the Reds. By the way, this is the king. This is the king. And to my knowledge, this is the only king that I've ever drawn. That's why I wanted to put it down here, like as soon as possible. We're gonna solve the chess piece thing. Okay. There's also a terminal down here, which is what I wanted as well. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. The March of the Count is what gave me the clue to solve this room. Okay. Let's go ahead and log in. And I am rereading a lot of the things that I know I've already read, but I want to stress that it has been months between playthroughs. So I am as much trying to re-educate myself as much as gaining momentum in our series. With that said, actually, due to a couple issues with the computer, and we sent it back and then it came back, there are a couple games that we started that we never finished that I need to literally replay. And I'm debating whether or not to record myself replaying to get to the point that I was in, or if I should just start recording from that point forward. So keep your eye on any posts I might post in the future there, because we might have to do Silent Hill over. And I was thinking that if we're doing Silent Hill over, I might just do it in like 2 mega episodes or 3 mega episodes, because I think we were about 10 episodes in or something like that. I don't remember. Payroll has been run for this week. Please try again any day next week starting on Monday. Okay. I wonder if that's good because I did it earlier. Are they going to be like all over the place at the first floor? Like, am I going to get a bunch right now? Oh, and then I can launder them for... Oh. All right, electronic mail is where I wanted to go. Sir, you've not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me, either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. Gabe, yes, that is correct functionality. Also, when you are out here next week, please test that the correct sequence is... Oh, yeah. I have a picture of this, I think. But yeah, I remember that. Also got a new phone. So all the pictures from the original playthrough might not have carried over to... Oh my god, dude. There's so much weird shit going on. But just trust me. We're back, and we're back in we're going to be able to do this in a little bit more efficient manner going forward. I have like a 20... I guess I'll just branch off into story time, but... I had a failure with one of my computers earlier in the year. You guys know that. I lost a lot of footage that way. I'm still trying to figure out if I can recover some of it, and if I can't, I'm just going to start replaying some of those games. But on the other hand, I also had an external hard drive that went corrupted. That's fun. So now I bought a 27 terabyte NAS, basically hard drive, that I'm just going to throw all of my playthroughs in, and then I'm going to edit from there. So... we're going to have two hard copies. We're going to have the computer hard copy, we're going to have the backup copy, and then we're going to edit from there. I don't know. Hopefully that fixes things. Dear Herbert, we just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. McGuire, McKinley, and McDougal. The VAC indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. All right. We remember that. You gotta get to white. And the only way you get to white is you... Oh, look at that. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there is enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. Okay. Let's... Oh, I kind of want to check the hallway to see if there's a bunch of cash there. We'll go back. Might as well knock out the parlor early. Get more gems. Ooh, and get an apple. Okay. All right. So, this box and the white box are both empty. This box and the blue box are both empty. The other two statements have identical wording. That's false. They both could be true, so you know what? We're just going to eliminate one of them right off the bat. And we still have a wind up. Should we use it? Does it matter? All right, let's try to combine. I don't like this draw at all. It's almost like we have to go this way just to give us a way north. Should we go here yet? No, I think we go back to the other way now. Why'd I feel like I just missed something here? Okay, so we've got the king. There we go. Plenty of coins. Should be more coins here. Okay, now I wonder if that was actually a mistake because we only got the coins in the rooms that were active, and we should have waited till we had more active rooms. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You have to get the security room. You have to. You have to get it early. So we lower the requirements of the security. Okay. Okay. We are going to set it to low. And then we will set it to offline mode. Unlocked. Now, if we could somehow find... If we could somehow... $5 coins? Where the hell? It has to be in the hallway. It has to be in the hallway. Okay. Okay. Has to be in the hallway somewhere. I don't know where the coins would be. Okay, let's try to draft a dead end in that corner. Bedroom. Might as well, because it gets us close to the exit with steps. And then we'll go in here. It's another pawn room. Oh my god, this is terrible. Spare bedroom. I have a bad feeling this is going to be a very short run. Very short run. Reading nook. Oh, but we want the nursery. Do we want the nursery so bad that we should just restart the day? No. Well, theoretically, we won't have to restart the nursery because we could go to the commissary. But no. No, we'll get the nursery later. Here's a key. Much needed key. Okay. And let's hopefully go down. Has to be a chapel. Even though we're going to lose a coin here. It's okay. I'd rather lose a coin. We have tons of coins. But open up some options for us later. So this is going to go south. Ooh, a courtyard would be nice, but so would a guest. We're going to need to do this, and then we're going to have to... Shit. It's locked? Yeah, it's locked. No sledgehammer around? No sledgehammer around. Alright, let's make a... What? Dead end, I guess. That gives us another 5. And is there anything to do in this lavatory? Because I feel like... every time we've come here, there's nothing. Can't turn on the water. Nothing. Alright, well, we just did that to get 5 coins, basically. We traded the corner of the house, and we got rid of some red rooms, so that's a big deal. We don't want to go to the tomb yet, do we? Probably not. Let's keep going up north to the chapel. Should we use the... Yeah, we should. We should. We're more than likely going to get another key back. I think at worst... Oh my god, that was so worth it. Okay. That was worth a lot. The garage. It's gonna have to be a corridor. It's gonna have to be a corridor. Where are the 5 coins? Ooh, that's a great room. Den is a great room. Give me a gem and give me a way north and give me a way to the east. Now, I've said this as early as the first couple episodes, but I'm repeating it, and I know I won't get the answer today. Maybe I won't get the answer tomorrow, but I wonder if the rooms actually have... Oh, I still have this in my inventory. I wonder if the rooms actually have a place where they belong, and if we put them down in the right spots, if it makes it better for us. And I feel like there might have been something that told us about that here. Like, I don't know. We have all the outer rooms. That's kind of cool. But okay, I feel like there was something that gave us a hint at potentially where rooms should go. There's a key card and there is a lock. That is too bad. Do not want to go there. This feels right. West Wing Hall, quite literally West Wing. Okay. Feels like the kitchen should go. I don't want to get too red. Although you kind of want to get rid of your red rooms as well. It's a tough little... Yeah. Banana will get me 3 steps. A club sandwich will get me 15. And bacon and eggs will get me... Morning room? And trophy room. Let's get that morning room. I have not seen a morning room. I have not seen a morning room. Let's see that. We'll turn back on the locked doors just so that we could ideally save our keys for later. We don't know if the foundation is going to be locked here, but let's give it a shot. Okay. Damn, it would have been nice if we got a morning room. Seems a bit early to be out of gems, but we're going to get a gem by going to the safe. So let's do that. Yes, okay. Okay. I feel like I need to go back to the commissary pretty quickly. Yeah, let's stay back from those. That's another locked door. And then this is a key card door, which we don't have a key card for. So we're making our way back to the commissary, and we are gonna hope. At the same time, I don't know if that's the right move, because yeah, I'm not sure this is the right move because it's gonna cost us quite a few steps to get back here later. But we are pot committed here, guys. We don't have a study, and I think the study is the only one that's the queen that we have seen. We have an office, which is the king. So we really need a study, And then I think we have the bishop. We have the knight, I want to say. We need to study, is what I'm trying to say. We need to study. Oh, and I didn't see if the coins were here. Maybe they're inside the... No. Yeah, where would the coins be? No coins. Okay. Commissary it is, guys. Woo! Day 20 and 21 will be tomorrow. 50% off. Might as well buy a gem. Yeah. It's got to be the gym, right? It's got to be the gym to give us 2 chances at rooms. Oh, okay. As long as it doesn't screw us over and give us an electronic card or key card door. Morning room. Tomorrow you will start with 2. That's got to be it. That's big. Look at this place. This place is beautiful. Oh. And we have a security room already. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going to do that. You know we're going to do that. 2 gems. And we're going to start tomorrow with 2 gems as well. I wonder if that's permanent. No. There might be something... There might be something more to this room. My feelers, my... Isn't that a marigold? Isn't that a... Oh, it could be a sunflower, I guess. My instincts tell me something is important about this room. But alright, we're going to try the key on here. Please give us a key back. Shit. Especially considered how many locked doors we have, that was not a good trade. If this next one's locked, we're kind of in trouble. Oh. Raise your luck. With each green room that you draw from here. But green rooms cost gems, don't they? Alright, we're gonna go this way first. We're gonna get to see the pool. That's a big deal. We have not seen this before. And this is a hidden... Oh, there is a door right there. There is a door right here. I just have to make the water go down. How do I make the water go down? There is a door right there. I'm telling you right now, this pool is too small for a millionaire's house. And there's a locked door, damn it. What is this? I've never had a pool before. What does this do? Does this... Oh, is this for like the floors to like wipe them? The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. Yes, we understand that part. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Okay. Floor plans added to the draft pool removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. No running. What happens if I run? Okay. Well, no green rooms. Pump room. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. We're messing with this. Water source. Okay. Oh, do I need power though? Or wait. Fountain. I need power, don't I? Why would we want to flood the kitchen? I need power. I need power. Give me... Oh my god. I'm so close to something big and I can feel it. It's such a big breakthrough if I could just get power. Please. Please give me a boiler room. Boiler room, no matter what. Ah. I don't have keys. I don't have keys. I don't have a key card. I gotta go to the upgrade to security. I don't have any keys. This is so painful, man. I know I'm close. I know I'm close. But we need power. We need a boiler room. I can feel it. It's so close. I have some gold. Give me a key. No, no key. No, you don't feel like remotely bad for me that I'm so close to unlocking something big if you just gave me... We have 5 coins somewhere in this estate. What could 5 coins get me? A sledgehammer? That's not gonna do anything, though. What's a sledgehammer gonna do for us? It's gotta be somewhere on the ground, right? There's 5 gold coins somewhere. Oh, it's probably down in the tomb. Well, let's go to security to upgrade our floor for sure. Let's do that. And we'll think about what we're doing next. Okay, I guess. Sure. Same day delivery. No contact delivery, just like we like it. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with no contact. I think that's what it's gonna be. The freight thing sounds good, but then I'd have to consciously remember 3 days every time. That's just too much work for my little brain. It's not gonna work. Okay. So I think more than anything, we know that obviously we have to get coins and key. Hopefully there's a key somewhere down in the tomb. We have not gotten a study, which would have been what we needed to be able to do the chess puzzle, because we have a king but we don't have a queen. We don't have any keys right now, so we're unable to open any of the unlocked doors or the locked doors. Let's just hope that there's keys somewhere in here. We have a lot of coins, so we could buy things now. Each of our journeys come to a conclusion. Here in the tomb, the floor plan is a definitive dead end, or is it? Yeah, I know. I know, we figured that one out. Do there happen to be any keys anywhere? Do you want to save our life? No. God, this game is so mean sometimes. How do you give me a pool and a pump room? Oh. Lockpick hit? Something? No. And look at all the soil. All the things we could shovel up. Let's reread this. Open only in the event of my death. Which, by the way, isn't that a stamp I can collect? Simon, so here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all the picturesque places of this grand estate, I chose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest. And that same dim, somber fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there's no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition, thrice as strong. There are chains that seldom bend and never break. These are chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life at the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods, and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds that trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend if not break these chains, then would I cherish this tomb more than oak and sycamore and spruce. More than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains, this cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulchre as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric, and to, in turn, as recompense for the freedom this granted you. Commit yourself to be buried here, here within the mausoleum of dreams, and when the day comes to write your own letter, to inspire the next generation that follows in our footsteps, as is tradition. Herbert S. Sinclair. I remember how I felt the first time I read that, and I remember how I feel this time. I still feel exactly the same way. That is a call to action in real life for us. That is 100% a call to action, and there are no keys here, so we are going to continue into the underground and hope that maybe down there we will find something. Something that'll keep this day going. Otherwise, we are dead in the water. And we have a pump room, and we're unable to get rid of the water. Isn't that crazy? Come on. And we could lower the reservoir. Wait, did I have to... Oh, did it close from the last time I was here? It must have, if that just... Okay. No key? No, no key. Yeah. So we've got to come at this from the other side. What is that, I wonder? What is that, I wonder? No key? No. Why would there be key? Torch chamber. I definitely want to light all the candles in here. Are we under the fountain? Are we under the fountain? I just realized the size of that is about the size of the fountain. Ugh. There's a boat right there. Why can't we just take the boat? This makes no sense. Is it because the water level has to go just a tiny bit lower? I can't wade into this water? No power. Oh. Well, we have a bunch of coins. We only have 17 steps. I'm trying to think if there's anything we can do at this point. We can go to the commissary, and I don't know what it's going to get us. There was like a sledgehammer. There was some running shoes. I can't think of anything else that was going to get us. And then the other doors that are not open are because they were locked. So I think no matter what, we're kind of dead here in the water. That would have been such a cool run if we could have saved one key. Well, I mean, we don't even know if that one key would have made the difference, right? It could and couldn't have. That's an electronic key. That's a lock. That's a lock. We can go get food, I guess. Tomorrow we'll start with 2 gems. Tomorrow we'll start with 2 gems. That's better than nothing. Might as well go throw something into the pond or into the fountain. And we didn't get a study, so we're not able to... I'm going to make a wish. Because what I assume is that it allows you to be lucky. I think it raises our lucky level. And that's what we could have used today, some luck. Yeah. The pump room, the pool. This for sure was locked, right? And this for sure was an electronic lock. Damn. I'm just gonna check to see if for some reason there happens to be any type of inventory that we didn't get. No inventory that we missed, so it really is the end. This is the end, my friends. This is the end. Okay. Well, a sad day. A sad day to fall short. Yeah, take my coins. What good are they? What good are they? No way this opens, right? By some miracle? No. Okay. Well, that's too bad. We got close. We got so close. Gives you a key. That'd be so cool if it just randomly. No. Of course not. Of course not. That would be silly. Locked, locked. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up here, I think, guys. First of many longer episodes that you'll be catching on this channel. Day 20, day 21 is set to be interesting because I definitely need to get a shop because everything's going to be half off and I wonder what's going to be available for me. I'm still trying to get the chess puzzle done, and I'm also now trying to figure out a way to lower the water. I was gonna wrap up here, but you know what? Just for the sake of what if I just misinterpreted the water room. Let me see if I can even get back there. If I have enough steps to get there, I'm gonna go back up there. It needs to be close because I'm gonna lose 2 steps at some point coming up here. Yeah, there's nothing I could buy. Couldn't have bought a key for my life. Yeah. No key there. This was locked. Let's go back in here and understand the way it would have worked. So the power would have gone in through here. And then I could... Are you telling me? Are you telling me that I had power? That made the pool go down a little bit. Hold on. Oh my god, I made a... Oh my god. I made a colossal mistake. I made an assumption based on... Oh. Pump 2 tank switch. I made a colossal mistake. 1 goes right here. Let's drain the pool. This seemed to take away from the pool. No. I'm transferring water from... So now I have 4 there. But I theoretically have 1 here. So if I have 1 here, I could theoretically... Can't I drain more of the pool? I can drain more of the pool by, say, flipping this up. can't go any further because that pump is full. Now I should be able to put it into here. That should transfer a bunch of water there. And that's going to the greenhouse, which is fine. Now, where is it going? The greenhouse? Why is it going up there? 4 units, 4 units. Oh my god, this was a puzzle all by itself. I cannot believe I did that. Pump 4 is 6. Why do I feel like I had something else? Water pump, water pump, water pump. Survey results, sale. Periodic table of cooling, family trees. I cannot believe I did that. Honestly, oh, here you go, water level instructions. Pool. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub to your EPCW system. Okay. That's all that is. It's not like a big help. But all right. Let's keep messing around with this. So we want to drain the pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to drain the pool. That's making all the water go back up. So to drain the pool, we need to keep this at an up location. And then we should be able to flip more. That'll make it go to the fountain. And then theoretically, couldn't we get more out of the pool? And then theoretically, couldn't this go into the kitchen? Then theoretically, oh, we're so close. It went from the kitchen into this vat right here, and then this vat would allow us to then transfer it over here. No, we need the pool. We need the kitchen to take a little bit more water. We need the kitchen to take a little bit more water. So maybe we do this. That'll shut this valve off, which then lets us get that water. I think. We need that kitchen to take water back. Okay, now it's taking water. How much is it going to take? 2. Which is fine, because now we need the pool to take that 2 away. Now we need the pool to dump that 2. No. Okay. So up and up is the position for the kitchen, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. 1. Let's bring it back. That is going to fill the kitchen back up. Why doesn't it fill all the way? Oh, we have water here on 4. So this is 6. 6 needs to go. Okay. We need this water to go, that's in this tank. We need it to go. Three, that's going to go to the aquarium. Okay. Wait, where does this one go? This one goes. Okay. No. We don't want the water to go there. We want the water to go to the kitchen. So this needs to go back this way. And then I think what we need to do is actually flip this over here. And then will this work? Damn it. That's going to bring all the water in. Okay. We need to transfer this water. Oh. Okay. Hold on. I think I got it. This water needs to go down. So to go down, this needs to be up. Okay. And that's going to fill it all up to 4. As long as... I'm wondering if I still need the boiler room for that last part. If I'm only able to get it down to 1. This water needs to come over here. We need to get rid of this water somewhere. That drained the fountain. And that's going to fill the fountain back up. Can I route the water from the pool to the fountain? Wow. Okay. Now, the pool should be drainable because we now have... No, it's still stuck there. I was going to say the water level is not moving from this spot at all. For it to go down... No, that's gonna raise it again. No, we want the kitchen to go. We want the kitchen to get full. There we go. There we go. That's gonna fill the fountain back up, which then allows us to drain more of the pool. The pool should be empty now. No. No. That's a hidden entrance, if I've ever seen one. I think the point was to drain the fountain then. I think the point is to drain the fountain. I think it's to drain the fountain. Or the reservoir. Damn. I can't believe I did that. I'm going to regret this so hard. I'm going to regret this so hard. When will I get another chance to do something this... When will I ever... Wait. Wait, how could you possibly drain the fountain? Oh, because there's 4... Because there's 8... Okay, there's 8 units in this tank. Yeah, in these tanks. And then the last one would have to be right... Oh no, this is going to send it back. It would have to be like to send it back here. No, that sends it the other way. Okay, so sorry. That's draining this. I'm dumb. That's what the flip on, that's what the switch on the back is for. That's what the switch on the back is for. Okay. We are actually going to drain the fountain, but we're not going to have the steps necessary to be able to actually do it. Wild, if you ask me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, thank you so much for getting to the end of the video. If you're still not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? You guys could literally see me do things that colossally stupid all the time. But no, I really appreciate you guys for watching this episode. We understand how it works now, and it's not as complicated as we made it out to be. But I will catch you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Your Game Therapy. Like the videos so others can find us, and subscribe so you won't miss the next episode.